Mike Holp. Thank you very much, Mike, for joining us in our conversation regarding COVID-19 and how
Yeah, you're
local
welcome.
businesses can survive through this outbreak. So, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm just at my hostel here in Bangkok, Thailand,
Mhm.
and yeah, thanks so much for interviewing me.
Yeah. So, is your business affected with COVID-19 outbreak?
My business is not affected. I wouldn't say that it is because I'm already working remotely
Mm-hmm.
and I'm living abroad. So I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. I just extended my visa for another month to stay
Mm-hmm.
here due to travel restrictions. And yeah, I'm continuing to scale up my remote marketing business.
Yeah. Can you share information to our audience who you are and what you do, so that they will just have a preview of what you've been doing for the past year or
Sure.
years? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Mike Holp. I'm an international travel photographer and also a digital nomad. I help businesses with marketing and remote work. And I would also like to launch a coaching program as well for aspiring digital nomads.
Mhm. So now I assume Bangkok is also one of the areas affected by COVID-19 outbreak. I would assume.
Yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much everywhere is affected by it, except for some parts of Africa and Russia. But I think a lot of those places are actually misreporting the numbers.
Yeah, I think so because they have so
Hmm.
many small number of affected PUI. So, what's happening there right now in Bangkok?
Well, good question. So right now, I'd say there's about 300 reported cases, and there may be even more than that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not under lockdown, so and or quarantine. So you see people walking around on the street. There's traffic,
It's
still
business as
traffic
usual.
outside. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, business as usual. But obviously, there's a lot less tourism. The tourism industry
Mhm.
is really suffering,
Mhm.
and the economy as well. But yeah, I think I've chosen a good place to just lay low for a while for the next month until hopefully this whole thing passes over.
Mhm. So,
Yeah.
with the COVID-19 outbreak happening right now, what do you think will happen to local businesses? Or do you have any insights to share to our audience?
Good question. So I would say that more and more companies are realizing the importance of working remotely or from home.
Mhm.
So, like for example, the big tech giants, Google, Apple, Facebook, they're all encouraging their employees to work from home during this
Mhm.
challenging time.
Mhm.
So, I think this is actually it can be seen as a good case study for
Mhm.
the importance of remote work
Mhm.
and virtual virtualpreneur um, is kind of leading that charge, I think.
Uh, in your own
But
experience,
I'd also like to learn more about virtualpreneur too.
it's advocating people to really live the life that they want but by going online.
Yes.
It's more or less like you, be
Uh-huh.
to become like you actually.
Oh,
Because
okay. Okay.
yeah, for all audience information, my here has been traveling for the last 5 years, and I think he has already completed your bucket list. Not yet.
Bucket. Yeah, I have many things still to check off my bucket list, but yeah,
Wow.
I'm working on it. I'd like to visit 50 countries in the next 3 years.
Wow, good for you. Good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. Thank you.
Now, for business owners to survive this COVID outbreak, what do you think should they? Well, what do you think should they do?
Well, yeah. So they may need to start scaling back their hiring of new employees. I think because they will not have the resources available to pay those employees
Mhm.
because the economy is really taking a huge downturn and the stock market's suffering too. So some of these companies could potentially go out of business during this outbreak. In fact, where I'm from in Austin, Texas, there's a huge tech conference. You may have heard of it. It's called South by Southwest.
Yes,
Yeah,
SXSW. Yes,
yeah. So
my bucket
I
list.
was Yeah, of course. The thing is, I don't know if it's going to be around next year because they canceled it due to the coronavirus. The mayor of the city said, "Oh no, we want to mitigate our risk of people contracting the virus."
Mhm.
So they canceled it, and it normally brings in $400 million every year.
Wow, that's huge.
So yeah, and they had to fire a third of their full-time staff, and they didn't give refunds for the tickets to the people that bought a ticket. So that's a perfect example of just the craziness that's going on right now. And in my personal opinion, I think that the fear is more deadly than the virus itself.
True.
The fear, the social isolation, it's like mass hysteria. That's my opinion. Because people are watching it on the news all the time. They see all these people dying in Italy, for example. There's been so many deaths in Italy. Um, I don't know. It's a crazy time we're living in. But I think it can actually be a good thing, and we can learn a lot from this about the future of work
Mhm.
and live
So,
and the lifestyle too.
yeah, what for you? What's the future of work?
Like working remotely, like we're doing right now. We can easily do video conferencing with clients from anywhere in the world,
Mhm.
um, and yeah, I'd like to start working with clients to help them with marketing and coaching, photography too. But it's kind of challenging if I'm not in my home city to find clients for that.
Mhm. So, for local businesses, they need to. What do you think should be their action plan for them to be able to sustain themselves this time?
Good question. Oh gosh, I haven't really put too much thought into that, but
Mhm.
that could be a huge, very valuable, a business right there is helping these companies to transition into
Transition.
yeah into
Yeah,
like hiring remote employees.
so it can be another consulting job for.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You mentioned earlier that while you're on downtime, you are really building your footprints online also.
Yes. Yeah, I'm using marketing automation and email marketing. I hired a virtual assistant in the Philippines
Mm,
to do lead generation for me. So building lists of guest houses, hotels,
mm.
because I also work remotely for Airbnb.
Ah, okay.
That's something I've been doing for 2 years. Essentially, I'm getting new hosts to join the platform, and then
Mm.
I get paid a commission for every new host.
Well, is that
So
affiliate marketing or it's a different thing?
it's yeah, affiliate or
Oh,
referral
so
marketing.
you're like an ambassador for
Yeah.
Airbnb?
I'm a
Oh,
brand ambassador for them.
wow, that's a very
So
very nice passion. You get paid
yeah,
to do it.
sure, yeah, exactly. It is like kind of that's why I hired the person in the Philippines because I can pay her, say, $5 per hour, which is cheap for me, and it's a living wage for her.
Mhm,
So she's basically just building these email lists,
mhm,
which I can then market to those people.
mhm.
Um, so
So,
yeah,
aside from those, what do you think are the other things that founders should do right now?
yeah. Boy. Well, obviously a lot of them are encouraging their employees to work from home,
Mm,
so and so that they don't, are around other people and potentially spread the virus. I would say give them health benefits.
yeah.
All of the companies should have health benefits as well.
Mm,
So I think that's pretty common for most companies, especially in the U.S. But as you probably know, the United States healthcare system is a mess. That's they don't even have any way to test, and it's very expensive as well. The deductibles and everything. That's why I'm grateful to have travel insurance
mhm,
while I'm traveling because I haven't had travel insurance for many years. and it's good just to, hopefully I never have to use it, but just in case, better safe than sorry.
True, true, true.
But yeah, I think health, they should incentivize the founders should provide health benefits for all the employees.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So, aside from building footprints online, taking care of their employees, what do you think are the
Mhm.
other things that they need to do to survive
Yeah,
COVID?
and I also got an email from Airbnb because they had to shut down their experiences program
Okay.
because they're trying to not encourage tourism during this time. So they sent me a link where I can, since I'm an ambassador for the company, I can get on a phone call with them and see different ways that we can um, all succeed, you know,
Mhm.
during this time. So I
So,
think it's important for companies to reach out to their remote workers as well
mhm.
that may be struggling and brainstorm ideas.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Being transparent and knowing what the employees need is really a no-brainer, and that can
Mhm.
really add value to the company because
And I'm just coming up with these things on the spot. I haven't really thought about it very much, but
yeah, but it's really good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've already interviewed some, but nobody opened that. Oh, that's very realistic, but at the same
Yes.
time, it builds confidence among your employees, knowing that they know you care for them. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're not gonna want to work for the company if you show a complete lack of interest in their well-being.
yeah,
Then they'll just quit.
true,
It's
true, true.
Yeah. You need
Wow,
to
that
care about your employees.
so those are really good strategies. First, build digital footprint. Second,
Mhm.
ensure that all of the employees have their own health, welfare benefits. And third,
Yeah.
constantly communicate to employees. Wow, those are good ones.
Thank you.
uh,
I don't have any employees, but I would eventually like to.
so you have employee the virtual assistant actually
That's true.
indirectly with
I want to scale up that business as well, and so when I come to the Philippines, I really
yeah.
like
When
to.
you're in the Philippines, please feel free to tell me.
Okay.
I'll definitely show you around
Yeah, and
Cebu.
I talked to a guy on the phone before our interview. He's an SEO. He does SEO
Uh-huh.
and web design. So he's going to
Oh,
be helping me with my photography site
wow.
uh, once I can
Congratulations.
afford to pay him.
But the good thing is you're already building a very strong footprint in LinkedIn. I can really
Yeah,
see that. That's why your profile really caught my attention.
that's great. And I try to post, engaging content. I
Yeah.
share my blog posts, and I'm starting to get more followers that way.
Yeah.
And that's something else that I would like to help people with is automation and growing their LinkedIn.
And based on what I've seen, you're really a good storyteller. That's why you're
Thank
able to engage, and at the same time you can really build what you call these haters. So if they really hate you,
Yes,
then
yeah.
basically you're really popular now.
Sure. But the thing is, I don't need them anyway because those guys. There's a saying: the ones who matter don't mind, and the ones who mind don't matter.
True.
That's yeah.
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 Congratulations on your venture. Wow. One last
Thanks.
closing words for our local and small businesses who are affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. What's your
Yes.
last word for them? Yeah.
What's my last word of advice?
Yeah.
I would say don't buy into the fear. Um, there's a saying by FDR, a U.S. president. He said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, and I think that's pretty accurate because people are just so addicted to the media, watching what's on the news, and I would say, you know, don't get out of your comfort zone. That's one thing that I've learned while traveling the world is that you can meet people from different walks of life, um, experience different cultures. And just yesterday, when I went to the immigration office, I was around tons of people. They were mostly wearing face masks. And then, I took the bus back. I didn't take a taxi because I wanted to, have it more interesting adventure,
Mm.
and my phone was dead, so I didn't know how to get back, so I had to ask people like for directions, you know,
Mm.
and so I would, you know, talk to people, and don't be, just because of this coronavirus doesn't mean that you can't still talk to people, call your loved ones, your friends, make sure they're doing all right, and just offer love and support. Those are my words of advice.
Thank you very much, Mike, and looking forward to meeting you soon. And thank you
Yep,
very much for
likewise.
participating in our summit.
Sure thing. Thank you.